이겨낼 수 있을지 한번 봐야겠습니다.
자, 박성준 선수 몰래 연습 많이 했다고 들었습니다. 김효 선수와 박성준 선수의 경기, 어떤 경기가 나올 수 있을지 미스트입니다. 경기 바로 가보도록 하죠.
Alright, going into the game, ladies and gentlemen. A best of 3 ZVZ between Modesty and ZergMaN. And it's gonna be the same maps: Mist, Electric Circuit, and then Fighting Spirit if required.
자, 경기 시작됐습니다.
Fantastic.
김효 선수 9시 노란색 저그입니다. 뭐 대기실에선 박성준 선수에게 되게 친절하게.
So, I think we're gonna ally Modesty. Is that what's going on here?
이기겠다 오늘. 이런 말을 했다고 합니다. 김효 선수.
그렇습니다. 둘이 있을 때는 친절하게,
Modesty.
사람들하고 같이 있을 때는 도발하고 뭐 그래야죠. 예.
Come on, go back to the screen. I can't see his color or his position. Okay, he's on the left. Okay, so I think that is correct, which means that ZergMaN will be red. Now this is gonna be interesting. ZergMaN is not very good. He was on a team in Sonic's Pro League King of the Hill thing, but I don't even know if he won any games. He might have won a couple, but he's just not very good. And Modesty, on the other hand, you know, was an A-teamer when he was a pro gamer, right? He played in Pro League and stuff. But apparently his performance on Africa has not been superb recently. He apparently declared himself a ZVZ master and then just got smashed by Zero, so that was quite funny. Anyway, he's going for a 9-pull here. Yeah, esports! Woo! And ZergMaN, on the other hand, is going for a 12 something. If it's 12 hatch, this is gonna be bad. Oh, I think this is gonna be bad. I think this is gonna be very bad. Oh no, 9-pull versus 12 hatch in the first game. Catastrophe. Having said that, on Thursday we did see a Zerg player, I think, was it Quanro? I think Quanro successfully held going 12 hatch against 9-pull, against Heroes 9-pull. In one of their games, so that was pretty exciting, although he lost the game anyway. But still that was pretty cool. And of course this is a 2-player map, so the Zerglings will go straight over there. And now the Overlord's gonna see them. Okay, so here's the panic time. Alright, panic mode, ZergMaN. In what way will you panic? Probably let the hatchery get as close to finishing as possible, and then cancel it if the Zerglings attack it. And yep, do basically this. So he's building a creep. You know what? I think he's gonna be just fine. I think he'll be able to just cancel the natural, his sunken will be done in time, and then he can just tech up. So obviously he's gonna have a lot later gas, and so his tech's gonna be slower. But he will have a drone advantage. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, he needs to just keep the drones alive as long as possible. He needs to not fight the Zerglings. Okay. He might even save that drone. No, he won't. But he's only gonna lose that one drone, I think, because the Sunkens build really fast for creeps. Oh man, he needs to save the drone! He needs to save the drone! Okay, okay, good. He only lost the hatchery drone. He's making Zerglings now, so he's fine. He's completely fine. See, this is what happens when it's, it's 2-player map, so the Overlord obviously goes in the correct spot to see this kind of thing coming. And the ground's distance to naturals is still not that short. So, yeah, you can see that that ZergMaN's actually held us off just fine. He's going to rebuild the hatchery in his main since he has the extra minerals anyway. And we can see that Modesty immediately getting the natural hatchery there, since he's the one who has map control. Has his opponent stuck in his base. So this is good, this is good. This is not an immediate game over. I'm quite glad. But it's still going to be tricky for ZergMaN, because his tech is later, his second hatchery in fact is not even much faster, and his opponent's second hatchery is obviously going to give him extra gas. The only thing that should really be different is that I think ZergMaN should have an extra drone or two. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure he should.
김현우 선수보다 박성준 선수가 미네랄은 더 부자거든요. 가스는 한 통이기 때문에 서로 간에 이제 가스량은 비슷하다고 할지라도
I hate that Spire positioning though. I mean, that Spire is so exposed. I mean, what's up with that? Man, like, at any point Modesty could just run in a bunch of Zerglings and just snipe that Spire. That is really not good. Let's have a look where... See, Modesty's Spire isn't in the most protected location either, but I think it's still slightly better. It's at least touching his hatchery. I don't know. Neither player seems to be overly concerned about Spire snipes. And in, 99% of games, I think it's not going to be an issue. But every now and then it will be. And then you will feel very silly. So both players doing a bit of dancing here. It looks like Modesty is getting the better of this, because he's the one able to fight at the bottom of the ramp with a slightly bigger surface area. But it looks like actually ZergMaN has the Zergling advantage now, so he's going to give chase a little bit. And oh no, he's the one with speed, and Modesty, it looks like, skipped speed to save that extra 100 gas, which cost him an extra couple of Zerglings. A few Scourge coming out first, actually. Looks like they might just try and camp some eggs here. Look at that, they're heading straight over there, going to try and snipe mutas as they pop, which could be really effective. Meanwhile, the mutas going to try and defend against these Zerglings. Oh man, if those Scourge get there before the mutas pop, that could actually just be game over. Looks like the Zerglings are going to be cleaned up here, but yeah, oh man, this is going to be really problematic. Oh man, this is going to come down to like reaction time and whether those mutas can actually survive or not. Wow, 2 drones actually being sniped there. Did not see that coming in. Actually, it looks like... Oh no! He actually pulled them away. We saw 1 muta die there. There were 2 sets of Scourge. I don't know if he got 2 mutas or not. If he got 2 mutas there instead of just the 1 that we saw, that would be really pretty devastating. But I think, I don't know, I think it was a bit wasted. He definitely could have microed down that last Scourge. Excuse me. Anyway, so it looks like he has at least enough stuff to not die for the time being. But the problem is, as you can see, that Modesty is getting his natural gas right now. So there's sort of a timer on when ZergMaN has to make a move. He could potentially just go play defensively and just take his natural now, and just play, play a little bit catch up on the gas, but with 3 hatches to work with. I mean, the thing is, not only is he behind on his natural, in the natural gas, but he was already behind before because he went 12 hatch versus 9 pool, so obviously Modesty has had a gas advantage from the beginning of the game. Anyway, looks like ZergMaN saying a few more links along the north side here. He has already killed a couple of drones. I think that's his only advantage now, because also in taking that natural gas, obviously Modesty is going to be reducing his mineral income even further. So I'd imagine Modesty doesn't have the greatest mineral income right now. So every drone that gets sniped now is actually even more important. Meanwhile, we actually do have a spore colony here. Interesting. I didn't realize that ZergMaN would want to make that. I guess because he's well, it does allow him to be a lot more aggressive here. You can see he's going for some big attacks here. Muta's going into the main. Zergling's going into the natural here. Let's see how much damage he can do. Looks like Scourge gonna ward the mutas away. And here we go. See, this is the thing. He doesn't go too aggressive with the mutas yet. He tries to force the mutas to defend against the Zerglings before he actually moves in with his own mutas here. And oh man, he's killing so many drones this time. Really poor defense by Modesty. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He even allowed a drone to die in the main base right there. And look at this. ZergMaN just sacrificed a handful of Zerglings and a couple of Scourge and gets away with all his mutas, which are really the key unit here. Although he's got to be careful because there's a lot of mutas giving chase. I guess this is also part of the reason why he built that spore, because he knew he would make a few Scourge sacrifices here and there. Oh, he's going to lose an Overlord as well. Slightly unfortunate for him, but really, really nice move here by ZergMaN. I'm actually quite impressed. He said in the interview, I think, that he did prepare for this match, but yeah, this is some pretty solid ZBZ strategy right now, and looks like he's going to send a few more Zerglings out. Oh my god, the mutas went all the way along the top side here. Modesty's mutas are completely out of position. He's going to be in serious trouble here. Looks like, interestingly, ZergMaN actually going for the Zerglings so that his Zerglings will be that much more effective. All the mutas coming home right now, but ZergMaN's Zerglings are going in here. He's going to kill a lot of these drones. He's going to try and at least save some of his mutas, though. He can't just trade the mutas away for the drones, but he is going to be pursued, and oh man, it looks like Modesty's mutas are now close enough to do the moving shot. Yeah, he's going to just have to fan out. I think he probably wants to build a second spore as well, because his muta count is getting really, really low. But he's killing so many drones! He is just killing a ridiculous number of drones, but I think he probably needs a second spore, or else Modesty will brute force him down. Oh man, it looks like, the last couple of mutas, they need to run home to the spore. They're going the wrong way. Oh god, no! I think they're going to get caught. One of them does get caught. Only one Muta survives. And yes, we do actually see a second spore being built here. He absolutely needs it. Oh man, he needs it now though. He needs to build it. Oh no, he lost another Muta. He needs to build a spore. The spore needs to finish. That spore needs to finish. He needs to micro against the Scourge. He's not micro against the Scourge. He needs to build Scourge. He needs to do something. Oh my god. I think this brute force attack is going to kill him. ZergMaN was playing such a fantastic game. He was killing so many drones. And then the second spore was not in time. He didn't keep his mutas moving. I think this is just... Oh, man, he had it. If that second spore... If he just made sure to build that second spore in time and didn't eat all of those Scourge hits, I think he could have actually pulled this game out and won a really fantastic ZVZ. But as it stands, I don't think he can win anymore. Oh man, ZergMaN, you were doing everything right until the end. GG! Modesty takes game number 1. Wow, but I'm sure Modesty's a little bit surprised by that game. I certainly am, and you know, I'd say ZergMaN still has definitely has a fighting chance in this series. That was pretty fantastic ZVZ there. Just the last attack, the spore was late. He didn't micro his mutas. I don't know why. I guess I mean, even though it was just like a head-on engagement over the spores, by microing the mutas back and forth, he could have maybe caused, not only, you know, avoided the Scourge a little bit better, but also caused Modesty's mutas to maybe miss a volley or two while they were sort of scooting forward to shoot the microed mutas. I mean,